This is generational diversity.
All right, I'm going to start out talking about the millennial generation, and they were born in between 1980 and 2000. They have a great sense of civic duty, confidence, optimism, achievement, along with being very open-minded. They also have a great appreciation for diversity with respect for the community and authority as well. They also have a very strong desire to stay connected to others around the world through technology. Personal experiences through the working experience, their assets are their multitasking capabilities along with the technological know-how with collaborative skills and very goal-oriented. Their liabilities are their need for supervision, mentoring, structure, and an experience in handling difficult interpersonal issues along with dealing with difficult people. They're also known to be impatient and overconfident. When managing the millennial generation, they use technology as much as you can via email, voicemail, visual communication to motivate. Managing Generation Y or the millennials seek constant feedback and use humor for managing them, also be very encouraging. Millennials combine the teamwork ethic of the boomers with the can-do attitude of the veterans and the technologically savvy of the Generation X, and they are very comfortable in dealing with the boomers generation.
Okay, and the next generation is Generation X, which was born between 1965 and 1980. This generation marks the period of birth decline after the baby boom and is significantly smaller than previous generations. Members of Generation X are largely in their 30s and 40s. Overall, they are more ethnically diverse and better educated than the baby boomers. Over 60% of Generation X attended college. Generation X came of age in the era of two-income families, rising divorce rates, and faltering economy. Women were joining the workforce in large numbers. Generation X is independent, resourceful, and self-sufficient. In the workplace, Generation X values freedom and responsibility. Many in this generation display a casual respect for authority and structured work hours. They dislike being multi-managed and embrace the hands-off management style. They were the first generation to grow up with computers, and technology is woven into their lives. Generation X has learned to adapt quickly. This generation is comfortable using cell phones, emails, laptops, Blackberries, and other technology employed in the legal workforce. Many of Generation X lived through tough economic times in the 1980s and saw their hard-working parents lose their hard-earned positions. Thus, Generation X is less committed to one employer and more willing to change jobs to get ahead than previous generations. They adapt well to change and tolerate alternate lifestyles. Generation X is ambitious and eager to learn new skills, but want to accomplish things on their own terms. Unlike previous generations, people of Generation X work to live rather than live to work. They appreciate fun in the workplace and a work hard, play hard mentality. Generation X managers often incorporate humor and games into work activities.
Baby boomers. Core values of the baby boomers are that they're optimistic, they have a team-first orientation, and are very hardworking. They've been influenced by the Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam War, and the Cuban Missile Crisis. People of the boomer generation are willing to go that extra mile to help their customers and colleagues out. Their credo is, I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man that walked 1,000 miles. The boomers aren't all unicorns and disco party pants, though. They tend to focus more on the process than the goals. It can be very judgmental.
All right, and then for the matures, their core values, they were born in between 1922 and 1943. Their core values of the matures include dedication, discipline, sacrifice, hard working, along with respect for authority, and they also have a deep sense of personal, organizational, and national honor.
They are direct, use command and control leadership style. They want to take charge and delegate, but the bulk of the decisions they want to do themselves.
Veterans have a difficulty adapting to change and unclear instructions. They are reluctant to buck authority or the system. And this has been Generational Diversity.
Thank you.